Baruch. Continuing now with the Halachot of Lashon Hara based off the Chafetz Chaim. So today we're going to discuss now the misconception of Ape Tlata, repeating Lashon Hara told in front of three people. According to some Poskim, the Heter of Ape Tlata is as follows. If one heard derogatory information that was related in the presence of at least three people, himself and two others, not including the speaker, so it's a group of four people, the speaker and three listeners, then he is permitted to repeat this to others on the basis of chavra itle, that your friends have friends. We spoke about this earlier in this section of the leniency. We'll speak about why it's not even a leniency momentarily, but the Gemara talks about your friends have friends. If public information was made public, we can assume that everyone already knows. Since the information is already public knowledge and bound to be spread further, the Torah did not prohibit it repeating it. The person who is told the Lashon Hara Rechilut, however, may not believe it. Okay, that's the explanation according to some Poskim. In addition, Ape Tlata includes when one witnessed a scene that took place in public or something that is common knowledge that can have negative interpretation as well. So now that's the definition of Ape Tlata. The Chafetz Chaim brings down many restrictions to this leniency, quote unquote. We'll begin with two of them today, and we'll wrap up for today. Number one, even according to this opinion, the Chafetz Chaim writes that to repeat this information, the Lashon Hara, is bound by several restrictions and conditions. Number one, the information can only be conveyed incidentally. One is not allowed to purposely relay what he heard in public with the intent of spreading it, even if he does not mention the name of the original speaker. So first and foremost is, if someone wants to rely on this leniency of Ape Tlata, that it's public knowledge, I didn't do anything wrong, you can't go intentionally to spread Lashon Hara. It needs to be incidental. For example, if someone asks you a question, or if it came up by itself in conversation, but for me to hear it and then go, oh, you heard what happened? It's mutar because it was in public. That's still not allowed according to the Chafetz Chaim. Number two, this is a very difficult one also. The Heter includes only the original people who heard the statement from the speaker. One who hears it from one of those people is not permitted to believe Lashon Hara itself, or that it was said by the speaker in front of three or more people. He may also not relate it further, since he may not believe it that it's Lashon Hara that was said in front of three, even if he does not name any of the others involved. So again, we had our initial an example was four people talking, a speaker and three listeners. Three listeners heard something that was derogatory in public. They're not allowed to believe it. The leniency is, it ends there, says the Chafetz Chaim. For them to now go and repeat it, the second tier of the onion, who hears it from the original listeners, they have no right to believe that it's true. They can't believe Lashon Hara is true. You have to assume that it's not true. So at that point, it needs to really end it and destroy that from continuing to spread. There's a big discussion in the Achronim. If that's the case, how is it possible for anyone to repeat information heard it Ape Tlata? Because it has to end at the first tier. So they bring different answers. They say some answers that when the speaker blurts out Lashon Hara without any warning, so that's just ones. Or others answer that one is permitted from listening to Lashon Hara when it's clearly asur for the speaker to relate to him. Just like if one wants to relate Lashon Hara for a toilet purpose, the listener is allowed to hear it, just not believe it. So for example, if someone wants to repeat from the toilet, he heard something in public, he wants to now protect someone, then he would be allowed to repeat it over. But again, this restriction makes the whole leniency practically impossible, because the second layers, people number 5, 6, and 7 who hear it from the first three have no right to listen to it. We'll continue with Halachot in the future. Have a wonderful day and Shabbat Shalom.